Why do you think most people fail in general with their goals? Now, I'm going to talk about mostly New Year's resolutions and specifically the fitness stuff, but it all applies really. So every January, you have all these people flooding the gyms, hogging the space from the people who actually go there. And the reason why I say that in kind of a nasty tone is because these people will be gone come February or even March. It's annoying as hell for people to just come in, flail around, waste time, and then leave. If they come in and they stay on track with their goals, that's fucking sick. That's awesome. What's annoying is that people would just come in, waste time, waste space, waste their own time, and just leave. Why do they do that? Well, few reasons. One, if they're waiting for an entire year to start, I mean, do they really care about the goal to begin with? Actually, when I was a personal trainer, I figured, oh, January 1st, that is prime time to be at the gym, talk to people, see if I can help people become my client and then make progress. You know what I found a lot of times? January 1st, it wasn't that crowded. It was January 2nd or 3rd that was actually crowded at the gym. I found that to be so baffling and so fascinating. Why would that be the case? January 1st, that's the beginning of the year. Why wouldn't people be there? It's for the New Year's resolution. And then I thought, hey, right, if they're going to wait for an entire year to start and January 1st is on a Saturday or Sunday, then of course their lazy ass is gonna wait till Monday or even Tuesday to do something, right? So it's a matter of mindset. If you honestly want to make a lifestyle change, the calendar shouldn't really mean anything at all. You make your plan and start. Now, hey, if it's like a Saturday or Sunday and you're like, I'll start Monday, fair enough. That's fine. But if it's October 12th, like I'm gonna start doing this January. Why? Is this thing even important to you? Why bother doing that? That's kind of silly. That's one of the biggest lacks. That's one of the biggest lacks of actually success. Can I speak? The biggest lacks of success. The biggest lack of success, honestly, is I think it's gonna be lack of planning. I want to say that, and that can encompass a bunch of things. Lack of planning can include not having a clear goal, not having a clear system, and not having a follow through. So, let's say someone wants to achieve something, start, fitness routine. Why wait till January 1st? It doesn't really make much sense, right? Maybe start that Monday instead. Maybe start tomorrow. Maybe start today. Whatever it is. If you're willing to push something off that far away, it's not really it's not really part of a plan really. It's just kind of a desire that you're just gonna start when everyone else starts doing their shit, right? It's not really that helpful to push it that far in advance. So another thing as well that adds to that is that a lot of people they kind of just start when everyone else starts and they kind of do what everyone else wants to do. As in, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds before summer. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's probably not gonna happen. Almost definitely not gonna happen unless you're really overweight. If you weigh 500 pounds, yeah, you could probably lose 50 pounds from January to the summer. You can probably do that because it'd be much easier to limit your calories than someone who's not as big. So, sure. But in general, some people have really unrealistic goals and that trips them up because not only does it mean that they're not planning properly and that they're not doing what they need to do to get there, but it can either go one of two ways, I suppose. They can reach the unrealistic goal, but the way that they reached it is unsustainable. You can lose 50 pounds in like 6 months, but holy shit, your life's gonna fucking suck and you're probably gonna die. Or they don't reach the goal and they think, okay, I guess it's not for me. I'm not going to do this thing. That's very silly. Just do some research, try to plan something out, talk to somebody, plan it out, and then you can reach your goal, more realistic goal, more easily, more sustainably. A lot of people with this New Year's resolution stuff, they kind of think, oh, January 1st, start doing this, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. That's not how it should be. It should be, I want to accomplish this for this reason, and this is how I'm going to do it. It starts when it's, when it makes sense to start, whether it's tomorrow or today or whatever. But making something arbitrary is going to make your motivation arbitrary too. It's not really going to matter. If it's important to you, you want it to be a little more urgent. If it's not important to you and you're pushing it aside, you might as well not even do it. Or you should really rethink your goal and make it urgent for you if it actually is. Another thing that can mess people up is not even keeping track of anything. They want to reach this certain goal, but they're just, as I said, flailing around, and they just kind of do things until they are tired of it or don't feel like they're accomplishing anything, and then they stop. Like, bro, what were you expecting? You're just doing stuff without keeping track of anything. So really, the way to accomplish a goal, especially if you are one of those people who is gonna start on New Year's for the New Year's resolution, you better have made the decision. You better have made this decision on December 28th or something. Because if you were planning to do something back in July and you're like, "I'll wait till January," you are probably not gonna make it. Honestly, no offense, but it's got to be actually important to you. Okay. One thing that can really help out is making more realistic goals and having accountability and tracking in place. There's a system called the SMART goals, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So going through those on that list, specific is a specific goal. Let's say I want to lose 10 pounds. Very specific, right? Measurable, you can measure 10 pounds. There's a scale, stand on it, right? Achievable, that's pretty doable. Achievable, 10 pounds, what? 2 months, that's doable. That's achievable. Relevant, well, if losing 10 pounds is relevant if you want to accomplish that. So make sure the goal is actually relevant. If, like I said, you're just hopping on doing something January 1st just because, it's not going to be a fun ride for you. It's just going to be a thing that you just do and then stop, right? So it has to be relevant to you. And time bound, that's important because you want to put a time on this. If you just have something you want to accomplish and there's no time frame, it's just a desire. It's not really a goal, So in the example I just gave, 10 pounds, 2 months. 2 months is the time. That's a pretty good goal. So what you want to do in that case is be specific in the goal, and I would recommend you make the goal small. That's part of the achievable part. Make it smaller so you can achieve that and then build on that. You learn what worked, what didn't, how you actually work in terms of the process to reaching that goal, and then you can adjust it later for your next goal. So what people don't do often is they just, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit. What the fuck does that mean, dude? You want to get to a certain body fat percentage, you want to lose a certain amount of pounds, you want to be able to run a mile in X amount of minutes, you want to be able to lift a certain weight for certain amounts of repetitions. What do you actually want? You want to do a handstand? What do you actually want to do specifically? If you just say, I just want to, then that's what it's going to be like. You're just going to until you give up or you get sick of it. It needs to be specific. You need to keep track of this stuff too. You can go to your 10 pounds and lose 10 pounds in 2 months goal. But if you're not keeping track, what 1 month in, You haven't stepped on the scale yet. You could have lost 1 pound for all you know. You don't know because you didn't measure it, right? And same thing. If you're not measuring your calories, you're not gonna know. You're not gonna be in control. So what you need to do is keep track of things as well. Okay. Now this can be digitally on paper, however the fuck you want to do something. Just have some kind of outside tracking slash accountability. You want to make a task list. You want to cross things off to just so you can see some kind of physical thing every day to keep you, keep you honest with your goals. That's fine, but you need something. You cannot just say, this day is this day. I'm gonna just whoa. It doesn't work. It's not going to work. Now, I mean, I say it doesn't work. It can. You can just go whoa for 2 months and then maybe you lose 10 pounds, but it's not going to be repeatable. You have no data, no process, and you won't be able to do it again. Not reliably anyway. So if you're gonna plan something, rather if you're gonna plan to do something, have that plan to do that something. Be specific. Okay? You don't want to be one of those people who goes to the gym January 1st or 2nd if you're going to wait that, till the fucking year starts. Then quit February 12th. You're done. You're like, whatever. It happens every year. It happens every year. Fitness, I don't know. Personal goals, whatever it is, just New Year's resolutions are kind of dumb. You should just make a resolution for yourself. Make it for yourself. Make it a new week's resolution. Start. It doesn't matter. Just go for it. Don't tie something you actually want to a holiday. That's fucking dumb. Just if you want something, plan for it and go for it. As I said, gyms fill up. This happens every fucking year. Don't be one of those people who quits February 12th. Don't do it. And you don't even have to go to the gym. Do this shit at home, but have a plan. My point is, don't start just because you feel like you have to start, and then when the time comes that you didn't track anything and you're upset, you're impatient, you give up. You don't want to be there. All right. So have a plan. Don't just fuck about, please.